Hello and welcome. I have Swati Pandey with me. Swati, welcome and thank you for talking to us. Congratulations, you qualified your NET exam in commerce subject in December 2019. Tell us about your feelings. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much, ma'am. And it's a very wonderful feeling. I can't express it in words. It just feels amazing.
And tell us more about yourself. Where are you from and what did you study for your post graduation?
I have done my schooling, graduation, and post graduation all from Gorakhpur itself, Gorakhpur, UP. And I have done my post graduation in commerce. My specialization was accounts and marketing. And I'm very passionate about teaching, and I've always thought to be a good teacher. So I thought qualifying UGC NET is a beginning step for catching me my dream. So I started to prepare for the UGC NET exam.
So you completed your masters in 2017 and you qualified the exam in 2019. So take us through the journey of how you decided to give the exam, and was this your first attempt, and what were you doing in those 2 years? What was the inner calling about giving the NET exam?
Okay, so when I finished my post graduation, actually banking and teaching. So firstly, I thought that I will take both the fields together. So I started with the banking first. I gave it almost a year and a half. But and also I thought that I'll prepare for the teaching also. But I found some difficulties to manage both two streams. So in 2018 mid, I thought that no, okay, I'll go on with the teaching thing. Then I started preparing for the NET exam, and yes, no, it was not my first attempt. It was my third attempt, because in the previous two attempts, just by few margins, I was not able to clear the exams. So in the third attempt, I could clear it.
Amazing. So you kept at it and you kept working hard. So
yeah.
Getting more into the details of NET, were you interested in teaching? Why did you decide to give the NET exam?
Because I thought that to be a good teacher, you need to be, a master of your subject. So I thought that after clearing the NET exam, I can pursue my doctorate. I would join my PhD. I'll get to know more about my subject so that I'll be able to teach my students better. So this is my thought.
So is there someone in your family that motivated you into teaching profession?
Yeah, my grandparents were associated with this profession. My grandfather is not with me now because he expired some years before. But he was a principal in a school, and my grandmother was also a teacher. So I've always admired them, and I want to just take their legacy forward. My parents, my brothers, everybody inspired me just to do whatever you want. And they inspired me in so many ways. They just said that pursue your dreams, you can do.
I'll say you're lucky to get such a supportive family and such a conducive environment for preparation. So now I'll jump right into your preparation strategy. Being a person from commerce background, which part of the entire paper was challenging for you? Was it paper 1 or was it some other subject from paper 2? Please tell us.
Actually, I have not encountered much difficulty in paper 1 because basically students encounter difficulty in the aptitude part. But as I told you that I was preparing for the bank exams, so the bank exam is all about the legal and technical aptitude. So that part was good. And in the commerce part, the financial management and income tax, these were my weak points because financial management was not part of my specialization while I was doing my PG. So I found some difficulty studying that. Otherwise, the theoretical part, management, marketing, HR, banking, these were my strongest parts. So I was very sure that, okay, I have to work on my strong points also and weak points also, because for qualifying the exam, you need to work simultaneously on both the aspects. because it is very crucial for a person to focus on everything. Otherwise, in the paper I have always seen that there is something different. No matter how much you prepare, there is something which is different and which you have not expected. So I worked on all aspects.
That's amazing that your banking background and preparation helped you with paper one. Now, coming to some pieces of advice, if you have to advise the student who's sitting for the exam for the first time, what are the 3 important advice you will give to someone who has to appear for the exam?
Okay, first of all, those who are appearing for the exam, first of all, they need to check the syllabus, read the syllabus thoroughly, what is coming in the exam. And just for the starting point, they need to check, what I did was that I checked some latest 3-4 years previous year papers, in order to see what type of questions come, which topic attracts more questions, which topic attracts less questions. In short, to check the pattern of the exam, to have a rough idea. Then what I did was just divide the topic into number of days, right? Like कि topics को आप number of days में divide कर लो कि first finish one topic and then move on to the next one, so that you will have a sense of clarity कि okay, this portion is this much is finished and this much is left. So I did this with both the papers, paper 1 and paper 2, and give equal time, not equal, okay, we give more time to our subject. So give more, I say if you are studying 10 to 12 hours a day, give at least 6 to 7 hours to your subject and 3 to 4 hours to paper 1. That would be enough. And the online test platform of Human Paratus was so good that it has given us so number of mock tests and papers, which made me confident for facing any sort of questions asked in the exam. So what I did was, as soon as I finished my topic, I immediately attempt the mock test associated with it, so that I get a good understanding about the concept. So the students should do this only. As soon as they finish the topic, they should just attempt a mock test and then move to the next one. So same thing they should do, and at least they should complete their syllabus in 2 months thoroughly. If they'll study thoroughly, it will take around 2 months. And after that, last 1 month before the exam should be completely booked for revision. In that, they should thoroughly read all the chapters once again with the mock test, and side by side they should start giving the final sample papers, 10 years previous year papers, and they should not leave any single topic. Doesn't matter it is less important or it is more important, you have to go through once about everything, because in the exam always expect the unexpected. So you have to do your best and just focus, hard work, and don't take pressure, don't get overburdened, because it is not that difficult. It just requires a consistent amount of hard work and focus. And most of all, सबसे ज़्यादा आपको ये सोचना है कि ये आपका अपना सब्जेक्ट है, आपसे बेहतर आपके सब्जेक्ट को कोई नहीं जानता. So just आप believe in yourself and do the best.
That is some great advice, and I feel inspired and motivated. I'm sure other people will benefit from this. Before I conclude, if you could tell one mistake that you wish you had not done while preparing for this, what mistake should other people avoid? Just one mistake if you could point out.
जैसे कि मैंने अभी बताया कि हम we sometimes ignore the less important part sometimes, and we focus only on what we know. We don't want to go on the road where we find some difficulties. So I also did, sometimes I forgot to I just thought that, okay, leave it, okay, I'll just see it in the last and I'll focus on what is most important. But in the exam, everything matters. So that's why I was saying that do not leave anything, do not leave any single concept, because anything can come. And always try to practice more and more, because no matter how much you read, you have to attempt the more you solve the number of papers, the more you get confident about facing questions in the exam. So practice more and more. When the exam comes near, just ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा mock test दें, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा. So it will make you very confident.
I think that thing will help a lot of students that they should expect anything and not leave anything behind. So thank you so much, Swati, for taking out time and sharing your preparation strategy and actually sharing everything you had candidly about your grandparents and your passion for teaching. We loved talking to you and it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking out time.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to present my views and my feelings. It means a lot. Thank you so much.